welcome back to the channel. Bobiddle, let him over there flying a kite. Not quite windy enough for my man Bobiddle to be flying kites, so he's keeping it at the house. I'm out here in the streets, or I guess the park, and we're in the Murfreesboro area once again with our friends Auto Collection of Murfreesboro. Their info is on the bottom of the screen, folks, so be sure to check them out if you're interested in one of these rides, something nicer, something less as nice. They have it all. They've got two different lots down here in the Murfreesboro area. One's on Old Fort Parkway, one's on Broad Street. So hit them up. Their website has all their cars. Check them out. Moving on, we have secured another legit ride, folks. You probably do not know what you're looking at, but as I move my way forward, you will see that Aston Martin Flying Wing coming off the hood of this thing. That's right, they make SUVs, folks. This is a 2021 Aston Martin DBX in a beautiful, I don't know, it's kind of shape shifting from black to blue. Like, look at the front of the car is blue and the doors look black. Whatever kind of paint is on here is awesome. I love the look of it. Now let's just go ahead and get the hard part out of the way. This thing is filthy. It's been raining, so just driving over here, this thing, as you can see on the sides of the vehicle, it just threw up all the, I mean, I drove this thing like a half a mile, and that's all it took to get her dirty. Sorry to the Auto Collection of Murfreesboro cleaning folks, because this one's gonna have to go straight back into the pipeline. But I digress. Well, let's do what we normally do. We'll make our way through the rear of, or to the rear of the vehicle, and you'll notice this little ducktail, very reminiscent of their sports cars. Is really, it's coming off more aggressive in person, but I do really like the look of it. Again, with that paint, and again, you look down the side of the car. This is blue right here, and it looks black as it goes. I mean, good for them on getting that right paint code, because this is a beautiful, beautiful paint job. Make our way around back. It is definitely probably one of the most aggressive looking SUVs on the market. It's really, I mean, it's really, really mean looking back here. You just kind of barely notice this top wing too, and you kind of have to bend over in the position I'm in now with the camera to notice that it's got a little bit of activity going on there. Definitely like a little air slot that goes through that part and makes its way down to here and gives itself hopefully some rear downforce. Now these keys have crystal in them. The keys are crystal. This is not the crystal key, sadly. This is the valet key, and it says Aston Martin, as you see there on the side, and it's very, very basic. The good one, they're not letting people just randomly run around with, because I think it's like a couple $1,000 for the key. So this does have the automatic rear hatch. So let's watch as she moves up. Now it does go up pretty high, which is nice. Gives you plenty of room for ingress. Make our way into the vehicle here. You can see the Nashville Cars and Coffee bag for scale. Fair amount of room, honestly. Don't mind this. This is the front plate assembly. It's not just some random broken part in here. Fair amount of room, I'll be honest. It goes way further up than I expected. I do like that it's got little areas here for you to mount stuff. Not that you're going to be using this as a fully utilitarian Jabba. This right here raises and lowers the vehicle to make this easier for ingress. I just heard it make some air noises, and it is lowering just a little bit. It's kind of slight. You're probably not going to be able to tell with the camera. It did go down just a little bit. Now let's make our way into what I was kind of shocked about. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be, because Aston Martin is Aston Martin. So they do make some really nice interiors. Some of them, before I go too much further, these angles running down the side of the car, they really, really stand out. Really like the look. You can see how it kind of curves in there. This SUV, these guys in their SUV game. All right, door cards. This stitching is probably the nicest stitching I've ever seen. When you touch it, most stitchings are, I don't know, it doesn't feel like that. It feels really nice, really soft. Really like the way the door opens. As You can see it kind of does the Aston Martin thing, goes up and out. That definitely makes it so there isn't a huge area for ingress, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. It does have the side vent here, which to me means ultra luxury because they don't put these on everything. It's got the vents in there as well for your an electronic dash. Nice cup holder or armrest as well. Not too much slouching. Look at this seat. Look at the stitching in this seat, guys. I mean, I'm laughing because it looks so good. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. All right, let's make our way into the fun part of the vehicle, and I'm going to just briefly show you this side, and I'll hop into the driver's compartment again with the doors doing like Aston Martin does. You can see it goes up and out, like kind of like a wing, instead of just like going out. It definitely goes up and out. Pretty unique to their other vehicles, and I like that they carried it over to the SUV. Again, stitching over the top, really, really nice. This is firm but soft. The stereo in here is jamming. Love the stereo. Nice little spot to store some water. This seat is up a bit, but look at this. Aston Martin in the dash, beautiful blue color. I just love the design. It's like it's kind of an errant design. They're like, yeah, just put a couple dots in every once in a while, and then we'll have it just completely covered. And the kind of the same thing with down here. It's like have nothing, and then boom, you got what you want. This is interesting. I didn't know that there's like metal in the seat. Very interesting. I love the feel and the touch of these. Nice and soft metal. I bet you it's plastic coated, but it's still, man, it just feels really nice. Now you got your wireless charging pad down and under there, and you can see this is kind of an interesting little well. I guess probably for you to lose stuff. It is coated in leather, so that's nice. And just simple things like this button that is for the glove box. Just very, very unique to this vehicle, I guess is the best way to put it. We're going to go ahead and climb on in this sucker. Again, with the door, there's not a ton of room. I love the DBX badging here. Really looks cool. It does have floor mats there in the back. This seat definitely just moved pretty far back, which is nice. As I climb in, oh wow, it's a whole lot easier to get in when the seat's that far back. I don't know that I need it that far back for driving, but you know, enough room for a larger gentleman. I'm actually going to have to slide it up a little bit so I can reach the put proper pressure on the brake. All right, so when I climbed in here, I was looking for all the things. Your start button, it's all the way up there. Oh, it's telling me I forgot the key. If you're wondering, I did not forget the key. It is in my pocket. There is a slot for it right there. Now, I'll just be honest, this thing has that Mercedes motor in it, 542 horsepower, same motor that's in some of the Mercedes and or the Merc. We are all familiar with the way they sound, but let's go ahead and give her a couple revs. I love how this whole vehicle is just shaking, and it's got some crazy pops that happen. Now it's in Sport Plus. See if we can get some revs. Ooh, definitely some pops. Oh, the pops are my favorite. That's awesome. So that was me getting out of normal GT mode, which you can see pops up in the middle of the screen there. If I can get the focus to focus, there we go. So you can see individual GT terrain, and it takes over that, and it takes over this. So it just cycles through all of these different ones as you press the buttons. It's not keeping up as quickly as I press the button, but you know, what are you going to do? And again, the exhaust keeps getting, it definitely got louder as soon as I got into Sport or Sport Plus mode. Wow, that's really cool. So just as a theory, how you change those is down here with the mode buttons. I was pressing these mode buttons right here. This is how you hill descent control. This is how you lower it, kind of like to help you get out of the vehicle easier. Some of your driver's aids, and then you've got your parking camera, which everybody's got to have some kind of amazing features with their parking cameras now. This one is no different. You can see cycling through all the different areas. Now this, if I close the door here, that opens up both of those cameras so y'all can see rear wide angle. I mean, give me a break. Do you really need this many cameras available? I don't think you do, but some people do. Now, as I was sitting in here, I got a little bit frustrated because I couldn't find where the gear shift is. This is in charge of that screen. That screen is not touch screen. You have to use this. There's nothing down here that looks like a gear shift, but there it is. Up here on the dash, you got park, reverse. Come on, focus, work with me already. Park, reverse, neutral, and drive are all over here, and then your start button is right there. Again, with this amazing stitching running throughout the whole vehicle, whether it's on the seats. I mean, look how far it comes up and off the dash. You know, it's like, I mean, I'll be honest, you could almost like snag something on that, which is interesting in and of itself. Now, this car does have the same pano roof style as a lot of these other ones. I had it close, we didn't get too washed out, but it is the whole roof, as you can see, it goes all the way back, which is amazing. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring her on back in. These paddle shifts are very nice. I like the look of them and the feel. Very functional. This doesn't have a dual clutch. It has one of the Mercedes automatics, which might as well be a dual clutch, folks. It shifts just as fast. I like how this screen kind of has multiple functions here. You got your nav over here on the right and your speedo over here on the left with the numbers in the middle, which is really nice. Kind of a basic look in here. I'm sure you can go through and change and make it do whatever you want to do, but on first look, I don't know, kind of basic, nothing too over the top. Now these are not basic. These look really cool. The function is really nice. You can see it kind of turns, and the knobs on all of these are really nice machined aluminum, or at least they feel and look like they are. As far as storage goes, other than the glove box that I showed you, if I could figure out how to open this thing, which, there it is. I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. But does it do anything? It doesn't. So storage down in there, you got all your plugs, as you can see. Again, micro SD. I'm not really sure who's using those, but big ups to you for being that person. Very interesting. There's no latch or anything. It's just like taut. Kind of cool. We're gonna make our way. Oh wow, yeah, I have to mention these door handles are legit. That is definitely like a solid piece of aluminum. Really cool, and I love the way this looks and feels. This is what you're going to be grabbing to go in and out of the car. So really like the way it feels. I'm trying my hardest to see if we can find the hood latch, which at this point I'm not having any luck. Let's see. Oh, what's cool is there's the button to open the rear. And man, I'm having no luck finding the hood latch. It's all right. It's just a Merc motor. It's got a bunch of plastic on it. These wheels are legit. Really like the wheels. Overall, this thing has the look, folks. I really love the look of this thing. Thank you, focus. Beautiful car. So I haven't seen one of these in the wild. This is the first one I've seen, and luckily I was able to pick it up and drive it. There's certain things about it that are just amazing. These headlights look legit. I love the big flying Aston Martin flag off the front there, our logo. Overall, man, this thing has a bunch of angles that are interesting and fun to look at. So it's fast, it's comfortable, has a fair amount of room. And I would go as far as to say that's one of the kind of nicer spec interiors that I've come across in this midsize SUV market. So folks, if you have interest in this vehicle, please go to autocollection@murfreesboro.com. The website is on the bottom of the screen. Check it out. They've got a bunch of cool rides, whether it's this one or high-end sports cars all the way down to, you know, low-end SUVs, low-end cars. You know, you got $10, $12, $15,000 to spend. They got at least a couple cars on the lot for you. So hit them up again. Their info's on the bottom of the screen. For my man Bo Biddle, who is possibly on a hike over in these nice apartments, I am Ben Barber. We will see you guys in the next video.